Hello everyone, welcome back to another video going over Dragon Ball Super Card Game Fusion World. Today we'll be going over the third starter deck in this set of three. Uh, Last video we went over the Vegeta starter deck. The first video talking about the game and covering the cards was the Son Goku one, but Broly, and then next video we'll be going over Frieza. We'll go ahead and hop over here to the Eggman events website, where again it's just the only place I can find all the cards in one place. So Broly starts out just like all the other leaders so far. 15k unawakened. When attacking, draw one card, but then has a semi-different effect. When you awaken him, if your life is at 4 or less, add one card from your life to your energy in rest mode, then flip this card over. So you actually go down to 3 life when he is awakened. Because you're at 4, but you go down, you take 1. It's not a add up to 1 card, it's a add 1 card, so it is a mandatory effect when you awaken, so you will be at 3 life. But even though you're at 3 life, you will be up to 25k. I've mentioned this in the last 2 videos. I know the last one that was out that I released, I talked about the Broly one a lot. That's just because it's the strongest leader in this like group of starter decks, and I think even going into set 1, it's still the highest base power level leader in the game. He has an effect: activate main once per turn. Place one of your energy in your drop. Draw 1 card, and this card gets plus 5,000 power for the turn. So just off rip, this leader lacks in draw power. You have to trash an energy in order to get that draw 1 for your attack, or you get 2 draws with every other leader. You get 2 draws per turn, 1 from the start of your turn and then 1 from when attacking or when awakening. You get 3 if you awaken, but this one you can draw all you want here, so you kind of want to like build up hand size if you can while he's unawakened, and then when awakened you want to have plenty of energy so then you can still get that draw 1. Otherwise you'll get into a situation where you're getting to where you're down to 2 life in that double strike range, to where you can get hit, where you'll get hit and the game over, and you don't have a good hand size to defend yourself, or you don't have a blocker on the field and you just kind of burn out, which I guess is kind of in line with the character, but Go ahead and hop over here to the battle cards. The first one we'll look at is Angle. It's a 2-drop, 15k, 10,000 combo power crit. So, it's like the Vegeta from the Goku starter deck, the 2-drop, 15 crit. Crit's gonna be a pretty big thing in the game, it seems. It's really strong, and where you have 8 life and you strategically like take cards to build up hand size to then try to beat your opponent. But if you crit every single time you hit them for life, then they're down 8 cards. It can be bottom deck pretty easy with the Vegeta starter deck, and then its power can be reduced pretty easy with the Goku starter deck. But if you go second and you want a turn 1 crit, you can try to go for that. Then we have these little green guys, Shimoa, whatever, 1-drop, 5k, 5,000 combo blocker. Kind of important for the deck, because like I said, when your leader goes down to 4 life, you're down to 3 life, and then you have to throw away an energy every single turn to then get a draw card. So if you don't do that every single turn to get the draw, then you're going to be down in hand size, and so you want blockers on the field. This is the only blocker in the deck, but it's needed in this kind of structure of this deck. It is a 1-drop and it is a 5, so Whis from the Goku one can get rid of this easy. The Goten can get rid of this easy. There's just a lot of ways to remove this, so it's kind of more for early game, I guess. But it's still just there's a decent way to get it back, which we'll get to when we reach reach the other cards that can get this back from trash. Then we have our first SR. It's Turles, 5-drop, 30k, 5000 combo power. He has crit, and then on play, add up to 1 card with the cost of 3 or more from your drop to your energy. So, decent card if you use a 3-drop or more for the combo power in early game. When you get to that 5 energy, which you have, you kind of have an easy time ramping up to 5. When you get the 5, you play the 5, and then you get the 6. You get to 6 on this turn. It also comes in as active, so you can kind of play around that as well. It says add up to 1 card with the cost of 3, so it can be a event card, which there is one event card that is a 3 cost, or or battle cards. Either way, and then like I said, it comes in as active, so you want to play around that. Then we have a 2-drop 20k Napo with 10,000 combo power vanilla. Just something to play turn 2 or then use as a combo. Then we have our first of 2 Paraguses. This one is a activate main ability. So it's a 2-drop 15k 10,000 combo. The other Paragus is the exact same. But this one is activate main once per turn. If your leader is Broly and you have no the little green guys, these little guys, play up to 1 with a cost of 1 from your drop. So you can use this as an early block and then play this, activate the main, and get it back from trash very easily. Just a good way to cycle. And then also being 15k, if you wanted to swing with this early when you play it, you can. But you kind of want to keep this to kind of always protect yourself so you can get the draw with the unawakened Broly for as long as you can before you get down to the 4 life. But then once they start, if you're playing against free Vegeta, they can just bottom deck this. I think you're gonna get 4 of these in the starter deck. So if they just bottom deck all 4 of these, then Paragus is just kind of useless at that point. Then we have the second Paragus, 2-drop 15k 10,000 combo. Like I said, same stat line. This one has an on play, add up to 1 card from the top of your life or from your life to your hand. So if you just need an extra card draw, or if you, for some reason, you have some strategy where you need to get down to that awakened side, this just gets you there quicker. But this one has a when attacking, if your leader is Broly, add 1 of the blockers from your drop to the field. So it's another, if you're not seeing this guy, but you see this guy, you get the card, and then you can get these back from trash. You just have to attack with this, so then it leaves it open to be attacked in return. Next we have 4-drop 30k 10,000 combo power Broly vanilla, just a good strong card to put on the field that if you're going up against the mirror and they're awakened, they have to do a 10k combo to get out of this swing. Then we have a sit drop Broly 40k 10,000 combo, another good strong body that no matter who you swing at is going to make them have to use a minimum of 5k if it's Vegeta? No, Vegeta doesn't boost himself. But, still, whatever. They're going to have to use at least 1 card or 2 cards to get out of this swing. Then we have our first 8-drop of all the starter decks. This is the only one that I mentioned earlier. 8-drop, 45k, 0 combo power, because it would be crazy if this had combo power. On play, draw 1 card, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. So it does not matter the cost of the target card. If you're going up against a mirror and they play their 8-drop, you can play your 8-drop to then KO their 8-drop. Which, honestly, you're going to want to KO this guy because he has a when attacking once per turn, switch this card to active mode. So you declare the attack, and then when you declare the attack, it gets restood, so it's not rested, to where if there's some effect that is able to do something to a rested card, like a I want to say counter event, but it's just an extra card that does something to a rested card, it cannot target this one because it restands when you declare the attack. And then if you wanted to, you can swing with it again. So 2 45k swings. So it's heavy with 8, but you get the card draw, you get to KO any card on the field, and then you can do 2 swings with it. It's really worth it. It's kind of the backbone to the Broly starter deck, I believe. Next we have Vegeta, a 3-drop 20k 5000 combo power crit permanent. If you have 6 or more energy, this card gets plus 5,000 power. So it's essentially a 3-drop 25k at all times during your turn and your opponent's turn if you have 6 or more, which you have a quick way to get up to 6. A good way you could do this is on your 4 energy turn, you play this and you just kind of keep it there, or you can swing with it if you have a way to defend it. If you have like the Paragus on the field, either one really. If you have on the field and you're able to get a blocker back from trash, you could swing with it for a crit. But then when you go to your 5 energy turn, you play the SR Turles to then get a another energy, making you have 6, and then you can swing 25 crit with this. If it's just a little thing that I thought up, but pretty strong card. And then it having the plus 5,000 during your turn and your opponent's turn is just another nice little effect. Then we have our super combo for the deck, King Vegeta. Again, this card's designed to be used defensively, not offensively. But if you needed to use it offensively, I guess you could, but there's no need to. It is basically a 20k crit, or not 20k crit, 20k combo, because it's the 10,000, and then when you use it during your opponent's turn, it gets another 10,000. Then we have a Searcher, which is the first Searcher that we've seen. 1-drop, 5k, 5,000 combo power. On play, look at 5 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 Paragus or 1 extra card, and add it to your hand. Place the rest on the bottom of your deck in a random order. So this is different than one-piece Searchers, basically, where you can stack the bottom of your deck. This one, if you get a card, like if you get a target card in there, you take 1, and then you have to kind of like shuffle, do a little hand shuffle, and then put it on the bottom of your deck. That way you don't know what the bottom of your deck is. I believe because you're able to get down in hand size, like your deck size, pretty well, and if you're able to stack up your deck, then it kind of be strong. But who knows? Maybe they'll implement that later on. Just something. Then last we have Raditz, 1-drop, 15k, 10,000 combo power, vanilla. Just a turn 1 play if you don't have the Searcher, or if you don't have the blocker if you're going first. It's just something to put down that can swing early. Then we move on to the extra cards. Again, you get 2 of them in here. First one is a 1-drop. Gigantic Meteor, activate battle, choose your leader up to 1 of your battle cards, and it gets plus 15,000 power for the battle. Then if you have 6 or more energy, that card gets plus 10,000 power. So it's essentially a 1-drop that boosts by 25k if you have 6 or more energy, which you can get up to 6 really fast with the help of this 3-drop. Destructive Strength, activate main, add 1 card from the top of your deck to your energy. So you're not losing any hand size with this. You don't really get a draw. So if like the top card is your 8-drop, Broly, then you're just kind of out of luck there. But I mean, it ramps 1. You don't have to get rid of a card. It comes in as active. It's a really good strong card, which then can put you in a situation where then you can use this. And it is an activate battle, so you can use it during your opponent's turn or your turn. Either or. Overall, this is a really strong deck. It has, there's this can ramp you on. This can draw you and then kill a target. These 2 guys can always get you a card back from trash. This can ramp you on. So you got 2 ways to ramp. I think you want to go second with this. 3 ways to ramp because you get a ramp off of the Broly Awaken. So I think you want to go second with this. So you'll have 2 energy at first. You just kind of pass, or you could put down a Paragus, put down Angle, or you could put down 2 1-drops. A Searcher into a Raditz. And then when you get to the 3, you use that extra energy to then ramp this, so you then still have 3 energy. You'll get to 4, maybe around that time you might need to awaken, so then you're at 5. You then, next turn you go into 6, you play Turles to go to 7, and then the following turn you'll have 8 into a Broly. So it's, pretty fast, like 4 turns, 5 turns, you can get up to that 8 Dawn, if certain things happen. So it's a heavy hitter, but it can, when you get to late game, it can lose defensively, which I guess kind of goes in line with the character of Broly, where he's really strong at the very beginning, but then as the battle progresses, he does kind of get weaker. I still think, as of right now, out of the starter decks, I'd have to rank this. I'd have to rank this third. Vegeta would be first, just because of the versatility, the defensive, the offensive capability. Goku would have to be second, just because of the power that it's able to output and kind of rush down your opponent and kind of clear the board with its reducing power effects. And then this one have to follow in behind as third. My opinion might change on it once I play with it. See some plays, how certain people play with it or whatever. It's just, like I said, it feels real strong. You can get up to high energy real fast. And I mean, thinking about it, if you get up to 8, you play the Broly, and then you do this every single turn, you get a 30k lead, you get a 45, you get 2 45k swings, and then whatever other crits you might have with the Turles or the Angle. But it's just kind of, it feels like it's gonna it just feels like it's gonna kind of die out too hard at the end, and you won't be able to last long. You gotta kind of rush down your opponent, but you also gotta play certain. It's like you need to rush, but you can't really rush. So it's in a weird spot. This leader still can be strong. Once the card pool for green opens up and there's kind of more ways to play other than just these certain cards. So we'll just have to see that when this first set comes out, see how good he actually is with more card pool. But that's going to do it for today. Next video we'll be going over the Frieza starter deck, and then the following one will be going over all of the current events that are set to come out on release of the game. So stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.